Welcome back to Emotional Mojo. You'll see, time to get you motivated with a woman proving you can overcome anything to become anything. Welcome. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Where's
our guest?
Where's our guest?
Wait, where is she? She's supposed to be over here. This is
Wait. Oh, look who it is. We got Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin's on the show. Oh, this is fantastic. How about this Palin 2016?
Patrick. Hello, Gidus. So nice to meet you.
This would be
I'm loving
Thank
it.
you so much.
Actually, guys, it's celebrity impersonator Patsy Gilbert here to talk about her career, what motivated her to impersonate the Alaska governor.
Yes.
I am loving this.
Let me just first say it's so great to be here in the lower 48 with all you emotional mojo mavericks.
That's uncanny.
Well, we definitely are Mavericks, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
And that is totally my Tina Fey voice.
Whoa!
And not my voice, as you can see.
Does that help
I'm
you?
new here.
Listening and hearing
It's
other
kinda
impersonators
weird.
and
yeah,
sort
that
of.
was my homework for 30 minutes a day when I first started. It was like getting on YouTube and doing this and saying this and doing that. You know, I can see Miami from your parking lot. That kind of thing. Wherever I'm on a gig, I usually have my standards, and Tina really served me well back then when I first started.
So Patsy, let's rewind this a little bit. I mean, you know, you're doing your thing, you're living your life as Patsy Gilbert. Where does this Sarah Palin thing come into play?
Well,
right
my
at the
husband
beginning?
got laid off back in '08 when the whole economic thing happened. Our best friend was a famous George Bush impersonator. He sang at my wedding, as a matter of fact.
As George Bush?
Actually, he didn't. I would have been married. I was 27 years ago, actually. So, as you can tell by the years, both he and his wife and my husband and I are great family friends, and we go on some of his gigs, and my husband plays Secret Service, and it was fun, and he got a lot of bucks, and a lot of bucks for some of them. And
So
a
you
whole
saw
lot
that
of
there
bucks.
was an opportunity for
I
cash
saw
to
that.
splash.
I did it for the money. I did.
You have some resemblances with Sarah. I mean, some similarities in
Well,
your
that
life
was the
too,
weird
right?
thing. When I started to uncover some of that, and I was just working out with my sister the morning after her nomination acceptance speech, and I said, you know, she said, Patsy, you have that kind of weird, sexy librarian thing going on with your hair. And she's an eye doctor, and she can envision me with glasses, which I don't normally wear.
Okay.
And she's like, you know, wow, that's weird. And I said, oh, did you hear that one about the hockey mom and the pit bull? And I just jumped into the voice, and she said, you need to call John. So long story short, call John. What is this? Oh my God.
That's your.
You did that back then.
I wasn't even there.
So I went to an impersonator convention. He said, if you'll either make it or break it, go to. So I pulled out I was a vice president of an ad agency years before I stayed home with the kids, and so got my old suits and my closed-toed shoes out, went to the convention with all the Marilyns and the Elvises, and I didn't even know this world existed. And I said I could breastfeed and speak English at the same time, and I
Who
succeeded.
hires you and what do you do?
Isn't that a weird world? It is. I didn't even know it existed.
So they give you money to impersonate Sarah Palin, but what do? You walk up and down on a catwalk? You go and take out a $38,000 handbag from Switzerland? What do you do?
How long do you have?
Yeah.
Do you know that's the most, I get asked that, and there is never any two jobs alike. In the last 5 years, I could curl your hair.
Tell us one of them.
That's fantastic.
Well, I was in the green room with all the Chippendales once for the San Francisco parade. Yeah, they said we only have one green room. Get dressed over here, but you have to share this. And you know, I've gone to oil shows in Houston and worked a booth for millionaires, oil men, and get people in and draw
Do photo
them.
opportunities.
And so then they end up making deals in their back room. I've introduced for the Photoshop conventions, both on the East Coast and the West Coast, the CEO, like, leave no pixel behind, and their whole little deal. I'll do my little speech. I've given keynotes to medical groups in Arkansas on communication. I actually have an acronym with Sarah.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I got very inspired being in the so-called, I don't mean to turn away from you.
Okay, you're fine. I'm with you.
But being in, you know, all these different milieus it was obviously polarizing. I would have people either love me and pucker up to kiss, or hate me and pucker up to spit. You know, it was one of those two. I've had women come up and say, I want to throw up on you. I've had women say there's a place in hell for women like you, and I was like, give me a break, I'm a lookalike. Hey,
What does the real deal
I know,
stand
it's so
for?
weird.
Yeah, S-A-R-A-H.
Well, it stands. I was inspired and became passionate about sharing how to communicate without lobbying each other. So I developed S for selfless, A for attitude. It is amazing how far you can get with attitude. Just like those people at the gas pump with the Leno camera, and they get on Leno the next night. They didn't leave their house thinking that. They just had good attitudes. You know, R is respect.
Okay.
Duh, we could go way off on that. A is authenticity, which is a very odd dichotomy in my life because I get paid to be inauthentic. I mean, it's just like
And the H? Only because we're out of time.
honesty.
Honesty.
Yes.
Honesty.
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 And Patrick, you're the
Nice.
most honest person I know. and I
Isn't
think
he?
you're a Renaissance man.
Isn't he?
is.
All right.
Not always liked for my honesty.
I love this. For more information on
Thank you.
Patsy, go to our website, emotionalmojo.com. But Patsy, you're going to hang out with us for a second.
I
want
would
you-
just love to.
Oh, yeah. You have to talk like that. All right, let's